Need a pen, need a pen, need a pen. And look. Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Escondido in Southern California. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling start to Fun Friday. Yes, it's the day we bring the tin out and see what fun activity we're going to do this week. But first, what about last week's one? Last week's one was having a spa night. I will admit I have not yet done that. I have it on my agenda to do this evening. It is actually in my calendar to do my spa night tonight. This week has been crazy. I've quite often had stuff on in the evening, so I haven't been able to do that. And I've got this face mask that I am dying to try. So I am committed to doing this tonight because I have nothing on. Once I finish at 5 o'clock after my Facebook Live, I have nothing on my schedule except pampering myself. So tonight we're going to be pampering ourselves and in preparation for a crazy weekend. So maybe I need to wait till, no, I'm committing to doing it tonight. So I will give you a report tomorrow morning on my spa night. So why do we have fun? Why are we doing these fun Fridays? Well, the thing is that people will schedule their business time. They will schedule, their business and their work time, their family time, and some will schedule time for themselves. If you are a nurturer by nature, you tend to schedule time for everybody else except yourself. So, and my slogan for this year is, it's all about, my word for this year is fun. Fun. And it's all about fun in 2021. So, because people will schedule everything else in, but they forget to schedule fun times. They forget to, and they go week after week after week without really doing anything fun. And they get the time to go, oh, I'm so bored, I'm so tired. And somebody's in the family says, oh, let's go out and do something fun. And you're like, what? And then it goes back, you get the backwards and forwards thing going backwards and forwards. Oh, let's go parachuting. No, I don't want to do that. Well, let's go do this. No, I don't want to do that. How many times have you been through those conversations? Brad and I used to have those conversations all the time. He'll be like, oh, let's go out for dinner tonight. I said, okay, where are we going? He goes, well, I don't know. And I said, well, neither do I. And then we'd have this I don't know thing backwards and forwards. And I said, well, you know what I will eat. You know what I can eat. So you make a decision. And so he's just sort of like hums and hums, and he goes, oh, well, what if we go, and he mentions someplace, but he doesn't sound very enthusiastic about it. I says, well, you really don't sound enthusiastic about that. I says, what are you craving? What do you feel like eating tonight? And then I'm just peppering him with the questions, because I'm the nurturer by nature. I'm taking care of my husband, catering to his needs. He wants to eat. He wants to go out for dinner. So let's help guide him to wherever it is he wants to go for dinner, even though he has no clue. But, we forget to schedule the fun things, the date nights, the movie, going to the movies, that sort of stuff, scheduling fun things that are outside, that give us some nice fresh air and all that sort of thing. So that's why it's all about fun in 2021. It's getting the fun times on the schedule. Yes, you can still have space in your calendar for those spontaneous times when you go out and have fun. But if you make sure that you have at least one activity a week that you can look forward to and then go out there and do it, that makes it all worthwhile. So it's all about fun in 2021. So we're doing spa night tonight. We are committed to doing spa night tonight. I have a really cool, what's it called? Gorgeous. And it's got like pumpkin and other gourds in it. I think pumpkin's one of them. Pumpkin and squash, I think. I can't remember. It's in my bathroom waiting for me. And I even took the cellophane wrapper off the top of it. So it's ready to go. All right, so we've got our fun things in here. All right, let's see if we've got the equipment. One, we've got to have the stuff to do it, or the know-how, and it's got to be the right time of the year for it. So let's have a look, see what have we got in here. Go for a drive for an ice cream. Well, I don't yet have a car. Huh. Well, next Friday we're going on the road again. And I got my auto broker looking for a car. These sorts of, go for a drive for an ice cream. These sorts of things can be really, really fun when you turn around and it's just like, oh, but we've just got a Baskin Robbins down the road. Why do we want to go there? Or we've just got a Cold Stone Creamery, or some ice cream places just down the road. No. Make it go for a drive. Keyword, drive. Go for a drive. What's over in the next town that's a great ice cream place? Try and find a little mom and pop store that's not part of a big chain. Go research ice cream places and things. Is there an ice cream factory nearby that do tours and when you get the samples afterwards? Although quite now they're probably not doing those as much now. But where can you go for a drive to get ice cream? Not just down the street. Go the next town over, or the next city over, or the next suburb over. Go somewhere different that's not in your local area. So when you go for a drive, like there's one time that we drove, I drove all the way down to Wellington. We got on the ferry, the Inter-Island Ferry in Wellington, went across between the Cook Strait, which is the body of water between the North Island and the South Island, to Picton, and it's a 3.5 hour trip on the ferry. So we'd driven like 3 hours or something. Yeah, we'd driven like 3 hours down to Wellington. Then we hopped on the ferry for another 3.5 hours to go and get a burger in Picton. And we went to this little hole in the wall place there. We got our burgers and our chips and hot chips, and we sat down on the waterfront there, and we were watching, and we would just walk on, walk off, so we didn't have to worry about a car or anything else. And they was just finishing the unload, and now they were turning around and starting to do the load again. So as soon as we finished our burger, we just walked back down the water, around the waterfront and back onto the ferry again, and took the ferry back to Wellington, got in the car and drove back home. Crazy stuff like that. It's a drive to go get a burger and a ferry ride. But we used to do weird things like that. We might not get home till like midnight, but we did it anyway. It didn't matter. We just wanted a burger, and we happened to want the one from the hole in the wall in Picton, and that was the only way to get there. Drive down to Wellington, get on the ferry for 3.5 hours, have our burger, and you had like I think it's like 2 hours between and the turnaround time between the ferries, and then you just get back on the ferry and go 3.5 hours back across the Cook Strait and get in the car and drive home again. Crazy stuff. So we went for a drive and a ferry ride. So what crazy destination can you go to just to get an ice cream? Yes. So I want you to put in the comments below what fun activity are you doing this week, and where's your favorite ice cream store? Because I have 2 books, 2 composition books, and I have like a couple of pages per state. And every time somebody recommends something in that particular state, I write it under that state, what the name of the place is, where it is in the state, and I actually sometimes I will pull that out depending on where we're traveling to and why we're traveling. Sometimes I'll pull it out to have a look at it to say, okay, we're going to this state, and I will highlight things in there that I really want to do. Like there's a used 14,000 square foot, I think it's 14,000, might be bigger, square foot used bookstore that's in, totally forgotten where it is now. It's in a state I have not driven through Sparkles in yet. That much I know, because I have made a commitment that when I drive into that state, I'm going to that used bookstore, and I have a friend who lives somewhere nearby there, and we're going to meet up at the bookstore and just go browse for a couple of hours. Yes, so, and that will not be a summer thing because I will have the RV, and I don't want to leave Zeffie sitting in the RV for that length of time, although my generator could be fixed by then too, so she would have AC. But yes, so I have that on my list to do when I go to that state. So I pull out my books, I have a look at the different states, what suggestions have been made, and so now I am looking for ice cream. Where is your favorite place to go for ice cream that is not a chain store? Big thing there. Where is your favorite place to go for ice cream that is not a chain store? Put it in the comments below, and let us know also too, what fun activities are you getting up to this week? And have a super fantastic sparkling day, and we will catch you guys later this afternoon. Heck on it.